Sup, it's Hallie, and welcome back to Doki Encore. Shut up. When we last left off, Monica was demonstrating that she did not learn anything from the previous game, and that she didn't mean anything she said in Act 3. But that's okay, it's just gonna keep on like that. After getting my stuff ready for school, I head downstairs to the kitchen to fix myself up a quick breakfast. After how I woke up, I think I'd rather go with something simple. I reach for the kitchen cabinet to grab my favorite brand of cereal and quickly grab some milk from their fridge. As I sit down, I try to wrap my head around my nightmare. Let her die, I scoff to myself. The hell is that supposed to mean? Who's her, Sayori? Why on earth would I do that? More importantly, why would I let anyone die? I honestly don't know what was worse, the voice or what I saw. Just thinking about that voice sends another cold chill running down my spine. It was distorted. I couldn't quite make out who was talking, though I could definitely tell that it was a woman's voice that spoke to me. But whoever was talking, it sounded like they were going insane. Maybe I'm the one going insane. Why am I sitting here trying to interpret this random dream? It's not like it'll happen again. I look at my watch. Oh shoot, I'm going to be late. I quickly eat my breakfast and rush outside to meet Sayori. As soon as I step outside, I feel a cool, gentle breeze blow through my hair as if the day were greeting me. Granted, everyone's had wind blown in their face before, but this time it feels welcoming. Heh, well, that'd be the first time that Mother Nature's ever welcomed me. Though it's slightly cooler than yesterday because of the breeze, it's nothing I can't manage. I just hope I can get my mind off of the lingering effects of that dream as soon as possible. As if the world was listening to my prayers, out of the corner of my eye, I see Sayori coming towards me. Hey, Sayori suddenly pulls me into a tight embrace. I blink a few times just to make sure what I just saw wasn't real. Ah, Sayori.
Hug attack!
Sayori squeezes me tightly. Under normal circumstances, I'd be groaning and telling Sayori to let go. Not because I don't like her hugs, but because she'd usually do it when I'm not in the mood, especially in the morning. But after what I experienced last night and just now, I do my best to brush it off and reciprocate with a hug of my own. Sayori quickly realizes my reciprocation.
Hallie! You're actually hugging me back! This early on a Tuesday? Oh, and I'm giving my world-famous hug attack?
Well, I didn't know they were world famous, but...
Imposter!
Sayori quickly breaks free from our embrace. Oh, come on, the one time I actually hug you back during one of your hug attacks and you think I'm a completely different person.
Just gotta make sure that you're still you, Hallie.
We're gonna play this game now, too.
Yes.
I let out a groan. Alright, what's the question?
What was my favorite thing about the festival this year?
That we didn't see it. The food! I answered jokingly.
Meanie, you know the real answer.
I let out a small chuckle. Being able to spend it with me.
Yep.
So, what's my prize? Usually, if I answer one of Sayori's questions correctly, she'd give me a little prize. We've been doing this game ever since elementary school. I thought it would have gotten old by now, but apparently not all of Sayori got past the 5th grade.
Well...
Well, what? Come on, you know the rules. I got it right, so you have to give me something. And now I sound like I'm in the 5th grader. Thanks, Sayori. Sayori suddenly walks up to me.
Close your eyes.
Why?
Pretty please.
Alright, fine. I comply with Sayori's strange request.
No peeking.
Why would I?
Choo.
What?
Come on, Hallie, we're gonna be late to school.
Sayori starts skipping down the sidewalk as if nothing had happened. For a moment, I'm left starstruck and dazed. That was the first time a girl other than my own mother had kissed me on the cheek. Wait a minute. I come to the sudden realization that Sayori had set all of this up. Not bad, Sayori. But we both know who's really better. Hey, wait! Sayori, get back here! I start running out. Sayori seems to be blissfully unaware that I'm barreling down the sidewalk to catch up to her. Sayori! Sayori turns around to see me. I'm going to get you back for that!
You have to catch me first!
You know that I usually do. You forgot who's the master at tag again, didn't you?
Wait! Hey! Hallie's going to get me!
You can't run! I call out playfully. I end up chasing Sayori the rest of the way to school as the rest of the neighborhood watched on with a mix of bewilderment and amusement on their faces. But I didn't care. I'm just glad that I'm still able to be like my younger self sometimes around Sayori. She never really fails to bring that side out of me when she wants to. Unsurprisingly, since we ran all the way to school, we ended up arriving to school relatively early. To help pass the time, Sayori and I walked up and down the fairly empty hallways, though it was just mostly us trying to recover from earlier. I'm still silently processing the fact that Sayori somehow managed to pull all this off. Sometimes I still forget that behind Sayori's sweet, innocent act is someone who's truly capable of being sneaky and making it work when she wants to. It's good to see that part of her hasn't changed. I'll have to keep my eye on her. Not that I should have any problem doing that anyways.
I have to admit, Hallie, you're still the fastest guy I know.
Aw, jeez. I'm nowhere as fast as I used to be.
True, but still even now, you'd be great for the school's track team.
I think being in one club is enough for now, Sayori. Not to mention, I was never really the sportsy type.
But you'd be so good at it, though.
Well, if I put down my controller and went outside more, then maybe. But going outside isn't on my schedule, for a while.
Hallie.
Just before Sayori could finish her retort, we hear the bell ring throughout the school, signifying the start of another school day. Well, I guess our discussion of my exercising routine will have to wait for later. Sayori lets out a small giggle.
Alright, Hallie, I'll see you after your class.
Can't wait. Sayori suddenly gets up close to me again, like how she did earlier. Does she want me to... Are we at that stage of our relationship? I feel my heart beating out of my chest as I lose any and all ability to coherently function. I close my eyes again. I lean into Sayori. Oh wow, are you guys a thing, said someone? I open my eyes. I see a guy walking past us down the hallway. Oh, it's just some rando. Oh great, it's Keith? Sayori backs off and tries to act as if nothing was happening. Hey, screw off, Keith! Are you still trying to make that mixtape? The one with your crappy Nightcore remixes? I see the look on Keith's face completely drain. Come on, Hallie, Nightcore's real music. We both know that. If Nightcore's real music, then our generation is screwed. Keith gives me a bewildered look, but doesn't tease further, clearly trying to give us some space as he walks further down the hall and turns the corner. Ah, Keith. Interesting guy. I turn back to Sayori, who has a rather disappointed look on her face. I guess we do need to be a little bit more careful about where and when we do these things, huh?
Come on, Hallie.
What?
What do you have against Keith?
Nothing. We just have different tastes in music, that's all. He handled the music at the festival last year when we were first years. His remixes were so bad I ended up going home early because I couldn't stand it. Aside from his quirks and occasional moments of cringe, he really isn't that bad of a guy. We just have that sort of relationship, Sayori. Kinda like how we have ours.
I see. Well, I'll see you later, Hallie.
Laters. Sayori and I briefly embrace each other before scurrying off to our classes. As usual, my classes are unexciting and feel like they drag on forever. I am fairly certain that most of the things they're teaching us now are never going to be used in our day-to-day lives post-high school and college. Not that I've really given much thought to my future anyways. With the sound of the final bell, everyone packs up their things and starts flooding out the door in a rush to get to their clubs or get back home. Fortunately this time, I'm one of the first few out. As I stand outside the classroom, seeing all the other students flooding through the hallway, I'm able to somehow hear Sayori call out to me.
Hallie! Hallie!
I turn to my right to see Sayori standing there waving at me. Yep, that's definitely her. I walk over to join her. Hey, Sayori.
Hey, Hallie!
You definitely seem to be in a good mood.
That's because it's time for the literature club, silly! And because I can't wait to spend more time with you!
I feel a smile form across my face. Well, let's go. Sayori happily nods as we begin our walk to the club room. We arrive at the club room with the usual scene greeting us. Yuri is in her usual spot, intently reading her book, while Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet, doing who knows what. I see Monika at the teacher's desk at the front of the room, apparently working on something. However, Monika quickly notices us and flashes us a smile.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Monika.
You guys seem to be doing well today. Yeah, today's been great. That's good to hear, Sayori. How about you, Hallie? How's your day been so far?
The way Monika says her question sends a familiar chill down my spine. Kind of like the one I felt in my dream last night. I brush the feeling off. Oh, it's been alright, I guess.
Well, with a little literature, I'm sure we'll make your day phenomenal, Hallie. Isn't that right, Sayori? You know it. You guys go get settled. I need to work on something and then I have something to share with everyone. Monica. I can't wait.
Sayori happily walks to her usual spot and sets her things down. I'm a little intrigued at what Monica's announcement is, so I decide to indulge on my curiosity. I turn to Monica. So, what's the announcement?
Oh, come on, Hallie. It's a surprise. And I can't spoil a surprise that's meant for everyone now, can I?
Fair enough.
So, how are things with you and Sayori?
My mind goes completely blank for a split second until I realize that Monica's the only one who knows that Sayori and I are a couple. Oh, well, things are going well, I guess. She can be a bit of a handful at times, you know. Monica lets out a small laugh.
Well, that's Sayori. But I'm glad to hear that things are going well between you guys.
Thanks, Monica.
Well, hey, if you ever need any advice, I'd be more than happy to help. I just love seeing the two of you being happy together.
I'm surprised Monica's taking such a serious investment in my relationship with Sayori. I guess her and Sayori are bigger friends than I first realized. She and Sayori? Well, it helps to have someone to turn to in case I need advice. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks, Monica.
Well, I don't want to keep you any longer from her than I should, so...
No, you're fine, Monica. Thank you.
No problem. If you want to talk more, I'll be here. I've actually been working on this bow since last night if you want to see how it turned out.
I'll certainly keep that in mind, Monica. Monica smiles as she turns and heads back to the teacher's desk. I turn to face the rest of the room, with everyone doing their respective activities. Well, it makes no sense for me to stand out in the open like this. Who should I hang out with? Oh, gosh, I think we're just going to stick to Sayori's route, my guys. I decided to see how Sayori was doing. Hey, Sayori.
Oh, hey, Hallie.
Sayori smiles as I take a seat next to her.
So, what were you asking Monica about?
Oh, I just wanted to see if I could get a little peek at what her announcement is going to be.
Hallie, she's going to tell all of us, you know. It's not nice to be nosy.
Haha, I know.
That's so like you, though.
I let out a small chuckle. I guess some things never change, do they?
Yeah, I guess not.
Sayori looks off to the front of the room. So, how have things been with you today?
I guess things have been alright. Though I don't know if things have really changed or not.
Sayori's voice trails off.
I just don't feel the same.
I gently take Sayori's hand. Sayori, look at me. Sayori looks at me as tears well within her eyes. What's wrong?
I don't know, Hallie.
What do you mean? Sayori nervously swallows.
I thought that I'd be so much happier now that we're together. And while seeing you and spending time help us drive the rain clouds away for a little while. They just come back sooner or later, Hallie. I don't know why this keeps happening to me. Why does it keep happening, Hallie? Exclamation and a question.
Without thinking, I take Sayori into my arms. Sayori, listen to me. I don't really know how to help you through this, but I'll be there for you every step of the way. That much I can promise. I know I can't wave away what you're feeling right now, but if being with you right now helps, then I hope I'm doing something right. I can feel Sayori tremble as she resists the urge to break down and sob.
Just promise me that you'll always be there for me, Hallie. I just need to hear that.
I promise you, Sayori. I'd never go back on my word to you. You know that. As Sayori slowly pulls away from me. I put my hand on her cheek. Hey, it's okay. You're incredibly strong for putting up with this. Don't give up. I see a mixture of emotions on Sayori's face, as if she's trying to fight back tears while trying not to blush like an idiot. But she's my idiot. She's my Sayori. And I love her. Sayori gently takes both of my hands and holds onto them firmly.
Thank you, Hallie.
Anytime.
Lately, my emotions have been all over the place. First, I felt like I was a burden to you and everyone I knew, and now...
Her voice trails off. What is it, Sayori? Sayori, take a deep breath as she holds my hands tightly.
No, I feel like I really shouldn't be here.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Just the past few days I've had this feeling that I really shouldn't be here with you, that none of this should have happened.
I feel my heart sink into my stomach. She doesn't mean...
I'm not doubting our relationship or anything. It's just, I guess you could say I feel out of place or something.
Well, I'll say this, Sayori. I'm glad you're here with me. I wouldn't change any of this for the world. I'm glad that we found our feelings for each other. Sayori's grip on me tightens.
Hey, Hallie.
Yes, Sayori?
I'm going to rest for a little bit, if that's okay with you. Today's been draining.
Alright, do you want me to leave you, or... Without warning, Sayori plops her head onto my shoulder. And she's out like a light. Rest easy, Sayori, I mutter softly. I can't help but notice how cute she looks sleeping on my shoulder. Well, I might as well take this opportunity to get some shut-eye myself. Never in a million years did I think I would have ended up with someone like Sayori. A guy like me and a girl like her? What are the odds? Speaking of finding... There's no way the others haven't noticed us. I quickly crack open my eyes. I look around the room. Yuri still seems to be into her book, Monika seems to be typing on the teacher's computer, and Natsuki is in her usual spot under the windowsill reading her manga. There's no way that they haven't at least looked up once and saw us like this, or overheard what we were saying since we weren't really being that quiet to begin with. Suddenly, Monika stands up and walks to the front of the room.
Okay, everyone, gather around. I have an important announcement to make.
Suddenly, Monika and Natsuki's eyes turn to me and Sayori. Yuri, confused as to what's going on, turns around, only to see what Monika and Natsuki are staring at. Thankfully, Sayori dozed off while we were like this, otherwise she'd be incredibly embarrassed. All three girls are looking at us with a bit of an irritated, almost jealous expression on their faces. Great. Well, it's up to me to attempt to salvage this situation. Hey, Sayori! I subtly nudge her. She raises her head to look at me. Wake up, dummy.
5 more minutes like this, please.
Sayori puts her head back on my shoulder. I just can't win today. Monika, Natsuki, and Yuri all look off in different directions, trying to avoid making the situation even more awkward than it already is. Monika has an announcement to make. Come on, let's not make her wait.
Okay.
Sayori stands up and stretches. But she quickly sees the situation we're in. Immediately, Sayori's face matches her bow. Oh, Sayori, always putting us in these awkward situations.
Oh, sorry guys, I was just...
Monika shoots Sayori a warm smile.
It's alright, Sayori, come on.
She gestures for us to come toward the front of the room. While on my way to the front of the room, Yuri abruptly stops me. She doesn't look too happy with what she just saw, but she also looks like she's unsure if she wants to confront me about what just happened. I decide to speak first. Yeah, Yuri?
Nothing, Hallie. It was nothing important.
She looks off to the other side of the room as she mutters softly. Yuri then briskly walks past me, taking a seat and joining the others. Well, that was random. I just hope she isn't jealous of me and Sayori getting so close like that. She isn't the jealous type, right? We all take our seats at the front of the room, with Monika standing right in front of us.
Okay, everyone, here's the news. Starting next week, the student newspaper and photography club are going to be going around and doing a profile on all the different clubs. It's part of their biannual Meet the Clubs piece that they do every semester. As of now, they're scheduled to meet with us to do their piece next Monday, so I was hoping that we could think of something that'll really show off the club.
Natsuki audibly groans.
Is this going to be like the festival again?
Monika seems a little taken aback by this, but she tries to shrug it off.
No, not really. We won't have to be performing for anyone this time, and I certainly don't think we'll need to put in the same level of preparation for this compared to the festival. But I would appreciate it if we could all at least come up with something nice that'll show off the club.
Everyone takes a moment to collect their thoughts. After a moment of silence, Natsuki is the first to speak up.
I wouldn't mind baking cupcakes again. I still have plenty of ingredients left over. I did happen to keep the welcome banner that Hallie and I made for the festival. I just need to find it. It's somewhere at my house, and I wouldn't mind some help looking for it.
Yuri looks whimsically at me. It doesn't seem like she wants to let what happened between me and Sayori go. Yeah, I wouldn't mind helping you again. I'd love to come over to your place anytime. Preparing for the festival with you was really fun. Yuri looks off, attempting to compose herself.
Yeah, it was really nice.
She says that softly to herself, but quickly realizes that everyone overheard.
Oh, yeah, I would love your help.
I chuckle to myself. Yuri's mannerisms have always been adorable. Sayori once again shoots me the same quizzical glance she gave me yesterday when Yuri brought up the time we spent together last Sunday. Sooner or later, I'm going to have to resolve all this and tell Yuri that I'm with Sayori, as well as tell Sayori everything that happened between us on Sunday. Hopefully that will put her minds to rest. Thankfully, Monika comes in to seemingly save the situation.
I can type up a summary of what we do on a day-to-day basis and write some things down for what we can tell the newspaper. Oh, I know what I can do!
Everyone turns to Sayori.
I can go to the library and get some books for us to read. I think it'd look good for when they take pictures of us. Great call, Sayori. Yuri. As for you, Hallie, do you have any ideas?
I take a few moments to think to myself. Suddenly, I get an idea. Well, I can bring in some famous poems that we could also use for the photo ops. I think it'd be great to show that there's more to literature than just books. Heck, maybe we can even use some of our own poems as well. I can organize them together like Monica did, but I'll need everyone else's poems. Everyone pauses to reflect on what I just said.
That's a good idea, Hallie. I'll hand you all my stuff tomorrow if that's okay with you.
That's perfectly fine.
I have all my poems back in my place, so I can give them to you later. Yeah, Hallie, I'll give you mine tomorrow. I believe I have my poems with me. Let me check quickly.
Yuri searches through her bag and retrieves a small stack of papers.
Here you go, Hallie. That should be everything.
Yuri hands me her poems. Thanks, Yuri.
Okay, everyone. You all know what to do. That concludes today's meeting. Be sure to find your poems and give them to Hallie.